Yani pengine kichwa changu kimeruka, ama sina uwezo, ama mimi pumbavu, siwezi kukaa kwa bodi ya NSSF. Ukisoma.
A salvo fired from the Federation of Kenya Employers Chief Executive Officer directed at Labour Cabinet Secretary Kazungu Kambi for this action.
I have retired from the Board of Trustees, Mr. Francis Atwoli and Mrs. Jacqueline Mugo.
That was yesterday. Mugo says, however, this was not the modus operandi of the NSSF and that the Cabinet Secretary was misguided in comments and in the reading of the law.
So we as a federation are of the view that the minister has acted completely ultra-virus of the powers that he has. He has actually acted in a manner that disregards completely the Federation of Kenya Employers.
According to Section 8(1) of the Act, a member of the board shall hold office for a term of 3 years and shall be eligible for reappointment for one further and final term. The Labour Cabinet Secretary retired Mugo and COTU Secretary General Francis Atwoli, accusing them of overstaying at the board for 11 and 15 years respectively.
If you look at the Act that he's citing, it's very clear on who should sit on the NSSF board, who nominates people, and his action in removal of trustees is not supported by the contents of that Act.
Mugo says Kambi has no powers to dictate to the FKE board who they should choose to represent them at NSSF. Kambi has indicated that he had already written to COTU and FKE to make new nominations, but Mugo said they had not received any communication from him. So it would seem it all boils down to interpretation of the law, and the devil is in the details, as it were. According to Kambi, Section 8(b)(1) of the Act states that a trustee can be removed from office by the Cabinet Secretary if the trustee has been absent from 3 consecutive meetings of the board without the permission of the chairperson and is unable or has neglected to furnish any plausible reason for his absence. On their part, both Mugo and Atwoli, who were retired, are citing the second schedule clause 7 that reads in part, any person who immediately before the commencement date is an employee of the previous fund or is a member of its board of trustees shall, on the commencement date, continue in office and is deemed to have been appointed to his office by the board established under this act. End quote. So who is wrong and who is right?
Ni msumeno sheria.
Sasa inatakikana kwamba atoe shuhuda.
Be that as it may, both COTU and FKE will make the decision by Monday on the way forward. WILLIS RABURU, Citizen Weekend.